Hey everybody, it's Jen. Happy National Scrapbook Day. The best day of the year, is it? I think every day is Scrapbook Day, but it's fun when everybody else gets excited too. So, welcome to wherever you are in the YouTube hop. I decided to make this layout using mostly the Ellie Studio Sienna collection because that is my current favorite thing that I hadn't used yet. And I also am using some favorite photos of a favorite week that I had where my kids were at a basketball camp, and I've already talked about this if you've seen other process videos of mine, and we didn't realize that the camp was in the city, which is about 20-25 minutes away from where we live, and so we had to, what a shame, my husband and I had to spend the 2.5 hours together in the city, basically having a date night 5 nights in a row. So it was pretty damn awesome. So I've already done one layout about it, and I'm doing another one because it was awesome. Sit back and relax. This is a long one for me, but I didn't have a plan going in. I just sat down and started working on it, and wasn't even sure how many of these photos I was going to use. I just kind of printed a big one and 3 small ones, and they were kind of just the best ones out of the lot from the whole week. And yeah, so as I said, I'm using mostly the Sienna collection. That one on the top there that's yellow, and it kind of looks like wood grain almost with hearts, that one is a Webster's Pages. But it matched so well, and it kind of went so well with my theme that I decided to use that one. So, and I cannot see what I'm mounting on. I think that's cardstock. Oh no, that was just a piece of scrap pink paper. And those 2 little photos are going to be a giant pain in my butt. And they are the reason why this video is so long. I wanted to get them in, and they weren't working, and I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried. So you will see what happens. And will I get them in? I'm not going to tell you. I'll see if you watch all the way to the end and find out. But anyways, so here I am just cutting my pattern papers down. I believe I made them about 10 by 5, and then had a piece of white cardstock as well. I wanted this layout to be nice and bright and light with lots of extra space. Didn't actually end up quite like that, but that was my intent anyways. But I for some reason really rarely scrap with yellow, and so this was a really nice, refreshing change. I really like the colors on this one. They're just outside of my typical blues and greens, using pink and yellow and some gray. So yeah, it was really nice to do that. And I really love, as I mentioned, this Ellie Studio Sienna collection. It's really fresh and bright and springy. So I used a couple of those teeny tiny little squares, where they like 2 by 2s on the bottom there. And then this is actually, the line is called Office Suite. Oh, and I'm blanking. It'll come to me, I promise. So I'm using, actually, this kit is from Memory Workshop. It's a Canadian kit club, and this is what she bundled together. Why can I not think of the manufacturer? Oh, anyways, I'm using like a little die kit from the Office Suite line, which is from a manufacturer that is not coming to my head right now. Hopefully it'll come to me. And I was just pulling out bits that matched, and then I had that, and so that square there, I'm thinking it looks like a 3 by 3, is all florally, and so I'm using that as sort of the base for that photo, and then that gray and white heart square. And then it also came with these cute little border pieces. So I'm using this green one to pull just a little bit of green in, and I'm going to pull a bit of green in a couple other areas. That hello flare was just out of my stash. And then there was also that little circle that was in the die cuts. And I've just kind of got some die cuts laying around. And I also pulled out, if you can see in the top right corner, I pulled out some paper clips from my stash. When I grabbed out the flare, I just happened to spot them, and they were that sort of soft yellow color, and so I've really been wanting to use those, and there's one of them going on right now. So I pulled those out and put them on my desk so that I would try to include at least one of them on this layout, and I actually ended up getting 2 on this layout, which was awesome. So I'm just working with that cluster right now. Move that clip over, move that clip back. This is on 4 times speed and is still like almost double what my normal videos are. I'm a little bit afraid. I didn't watch the whole thing. I did a little bit of editing, but not a lot because it's been a week and I really want to get this up tonight because we said we were going to do this YouTube hop for Saturday, and it's Friday night and it's like 7:30 at night, and yeah. I've had this layout done all week and just could not get to this video, so glad that I'm finally here now. Anyways, so what am I doing? I'm just using a bit of scrap for that gray paper. I think that's Webster's paper. I think it's Webster's pages, sorry. I think it's the other side of that yellow paper. And then I cut out one of the 3x4 cards on the LA Studio cut apart sheet. And I really like that green with the 3 stacked hearts, but I don't think it makes it on the layout. I just really like that green color. There's been lots of lime green in collections lately, and while there's nothing wrong with lime green, I just really prefer that kind of sort of garden green, I guess. That's showing that I used to do Stampin' Up! Stuff, hey? Because I think that's one of their colors. But I really prefer that kind of green, so I was pretty happy to see it. And see those 2 top photos on the top? You were going to watch those move around and move around and move around. I had such a hard time. I wanted them on the layout, so I abandoned them for right now, in that they're going to come back. I just figured maybe I should work on something else while I'm stuck. So that How Lucky I Am to Have You was also on that cut apart sheet, and then that flower die cut, and then that other one that I'm just tucking in right there, those were out of the die cut pack that came with the Sienna kit. And I'm flipping through it. This layout, as I said, because I didn't have a plan, took me a lot longer than usually hour max for layouts. I think this one was probably closer to 2. And it's not too bad when it's on 4 times speed, but yeah, I think I had to walk away from it a couple times. You can see me tapping and thinking. I have an idea of what I want, and what I really want is to get those 2 photos in. So the top photo there, those little square ones, is actually a picture of a whole case full of chocolate. And it's one of our favorite places, and they have all these different truffles, and it's actually like this little teeny store right at the front of this pub here. And all the different truffles have like different liqueurs or beer or scotch or certain flavorings, but they're like really different. Like it's like there's like Grand Marnier with rose water and lavender in it or something. Like they're just amazing. So we went there like 4 of the 5 days. It's really bad. They're so good, and they're in the city, and so we're not there all the time. And then you can't see the other photo right now, but it was we went out for dinner the one night, and one of the restaurants here Wednesdays is actually called Date Night. It's like a promotion, and so I had taken a picture of the little candle on the table, and you can actually see on the menu where it says Wednesday Date Night on it, and it just looked cool. So here I'm working on my title. It's a scripty font. I think it's called Boots or Rain Boots or something like that. That one on the right, and then that tall skinny one, I think it's an Amy Tangerine one from a couple lines ago that I really liked. And so I'm just sticking stuff down now so I can put my title on. So I think that blue label is a cut apart, and then that other one was a sticker off of the sheet. And I don't know if other people found this too, but I found this sticker sheet, and I might have just gotten a bad one. I couldn't get, like, they were pulling off without the sticky backing. It was really annoying. I was having to actually then put adhesive on the back of the stickers. I don't know why it was like that, because usually LA Studio works out really well, but for some reason they were not my friend. I'm just sticking my title down. I'm overlapping a bit onto the photo, and then onto the 3x4 card, and then also onto that cluster with the small photo on the bottom, just to pull it all together. And using two of my favorite fonts. And then I'm tucking that flower in so that it's tucked a bit on top of the 3x4 card, it's a bit underneath it, and then a little bit under the title, again, just to pull everything together. And there's lots of flowers, although there's no flowers in any of the pictures. There's lots of flowers out here because we get quite an early spring, so I thought that worked with my theme. And oh look, I'm back with those photos again. Yeah, it was tricky. I really wanted to get those on. So right now, they're matted on pink pattern paper. So I ripped them off with that, and then I think, oh, maybe this green cardstock will work better. So I stick them on the green cardstock, and I cut them out, because remember I had said I wanted to pull, I pulled a little bit of the green in on the bottom, pulled a little bit of green on in with one of the label stickers that I put on, so that I'm pulling some green up the top here. And I'm inking them, trying to get that to help pull it together, and should I tuck it under here, should I tuck it under there? And I'm staring at it, and maybe a die cut will help. Yeah. It's just, I'm frustrated, so I'm inking the edges of my paper, and I'm looking at it, and I think this is where I turn the camera off to go look for stuff. Sorry, I'm standing up, I'm super frustrated. I'm not tapping, I'm tapping off the screen, super frustrated, because I really want these photos to get on here, because, you know, I'm thinking the theme of this is favorite things, and that was, you know, I picked those pictures on purpose because they were the two favorite things from these date nights, and now I can't get them on the layout. It just didn't seem to be working. So I walked away, and this is what I did. I had another piece of paper on my desk from my March hip kit, and it had sort of like a white background and sort of minty green polka dots and black polka dots, and that pulled in a little bit of the black that I had at the bottom. It gave me a base to put these photos on, because what I realized is down at the bottom there I had used that floral 3x3, so I cut this into 3x3, kept them on the green, and I pulled in a little blue tag, pulled in a little gray heart just like on the bottom, and then all of a sudden I am so much happier. So I was totally thrilled that I got those photos on. And I don't think I do a whole ton else on this layout, but I am going to stick a bunch of sequins on. So to make this not be hugely long, I'm going to cut it off here and let you see the close-ups. And I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on this video. And I hope you have a great time looking at all the other videos in our YouTube hop. And I cannot wait to get up tomorrow morning and see them myself. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.